Hello everybody, this is Jack and thanks for joining today's training. It will be more or less a short presentation than pure training, and I have some exciting at the end, what is new, what you haven't seen yet. So kind of what we worked on for months. When we are at that point, then I will touch base on it because it was not easy to create. Hello Rob from Orange County, California. Probably you have very nice weather at the moment. Everybody jealous on it. I was in Chicago around 4th of July. The weather was humid. I said, oh, I look like in Florida here. Then the second day on Sunday, it rained. And my son said, it never rains here. Then on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, it was really beautiful weather. And there are really nice places in Chicago area like Canoe, and we did the boat tour in Chicago. We went to that crazy Starbucks house with multiple levels. Apple has a store. The boat tour was incredible. Like there are big buildings close to the channel, and I created a picture of the Bank of America. They had a huge building, and I sent it to my bank contact, and he didn't know where it was. So he hadn't seen it either. So I hope you had a nice 4th of July. You know, life is a balance to work and pleasure and relax and, all of kind of things, family. So, and I feel we have one moment in the week where we are together to learn something new, to learn something to grow our business, to learn something about digital marketing. What It's incredible what you can do from a simple computer run a business. It is still incredible business. And with all this COVID behind us and experience, it is never a better time to run a digital marketing business as it is now, because every business owners know they need to be online. They need to get found on Google. And actually, and here's the point, you will I will emphasize a little bit more later on, but actually they are spending serious money on digital marketing. And they want to know how those spending works out, if they have a positive ROI. And you can do email tracking, you can do pixels, you can do YouTube views, but really what matters to most business owners, most businesses, is phone calls. And that's what you're going to learn today more about. So unlock your growth with cold tracking. I kind of found there's a nice title. Now, why do you as digital marketer yourself want a tracking number? And let me ask first, who of you guys have a tracking number? Enter yes. And enter no. Eileen, enter no if you don't have a tracking number. So, George had many numbers. Rob said yes. Tam said yes. Oh, Bill said no. So, Ilya said no. Linda said no. So, a couple of 75% of you guys have, a couple of guys no. Hi, Gary. How are you? Thanks for joining. So, why do you need a call tracking number? Now, the most logical question, and it applies to everybody. Okay, you want to separate your business calls from personal calls, correct? So the one who said no, answer this question: Do you want your mobile number on all over the internet? Do you want to get all those calls coming straight on your phone? Do you want to get those unsolicited text messages? Huh? Do you all kind of want things coming in your personal life? No. We want to separate our personal life with your business. But most conversations with business owners still happens via the phone. Most prospects, they like to speak with digital marketers. It's not that's website design and Google My Business and Google Ads. The first contact is always is strong. It's most goes via the phone. And maybe always, I don't know. For me, it is always. But that is only the first month. So don't get scared. It doesn't matter which accent you have. Nothing matters. The only thing that matters is that you're knowledgeable. The thing is, you don't want unsolicited calls to your personal phone. You want to guide them. You want to stay in control. You want to be able to say, hey, I want to stop a number. I'm going to blacklist it. And I don't want that everybody knows my mobile number. Actually, I bought my mobile number. I think in 2008. When did you buy your mobile number? How long do you have your mobile number? I kind of plan, you never know, but I've kind of planned to keep it for long, correct? And I don't want to get it misused as least as possible, of course. You can always have unsolicited calls, but I kind of want to keep it forever. So you never know that you get a friend calling you or business calling you or any other important call. And if you change phone number, yeah, I don't want to say this, but it's kind of you change your identity. Huh? Maybe I feel that so strong. Email, kind of, but I think if they can't get a hold of email, they will call you. Yeah, email maybe, but phone number for sure. And everybody texts nowadays, at least to me. I don't know how you guys do, but all my friends and clients, they text me before I call because they know they know I don't answer calls. I cannot have during my work answer all the time phone calls that interrupt me. I want to pick my moment when I want to respond, and you can do that with text message. So you want to separate your business with your personal life, and you can do that with a call tracking number very easily. So you want to keep your personal life personal, personal calls personal. A tracking number will allow you to finally separate your business calls from your personal calls, and it is for most services. I not say all the services, but for most services, they want to speak with you. You know, you can have a product for less than $100. Why they don't care to speak with you? But with regular services, at least once they want to speak with you. I feel that. Now, that is my experience. Did it how I run my business, and once they get the trust in you and they see results, they don't bother to call you. They text you all the time. And actually, I train them. Because I just don't answer. When they call, I text them back. And then I said, how can I help you? Yeah. So I start the text thread. You can display your tracking number online. Instead of you use your private number, your mobile number. I'm confident to receive calls with revealing your personal mobile number. So you kind of keep your personal life personal. And you won't have to ever share your personal mobile number with anyone unless you want. All my clients have my mobile number. They do have, but they pay $200 or more per month. Yeah, everybody who wants my personal number can have it if you pay me $200 or more per month. But not unsolicited. Not that I get those marketing calls. No, they don't pay you anything. They want your money. They want something from you. They fake the call. You hear very often that they are in a room, telemarketers, and that is the first when I noticed. And then they go to say this call got got for training, and I said bye bye. So there are a couple of things I when I was younger, 10 years ago, I pretended I didn't hear them because I got so frustrated. So I pretended I don't hear them, and we ended up with a phone call that they got frustrated. So we were a couple of minutes on the call, and I just pretended I didn't hear them. So they had a hard time with me, but I don't have that. I don't do that anymore. I just hang up, and I'm done with it. Now it is clear why you need a tracking number, but as as equally important, why do business owners need a tracking number? It's pretty simple, but a little bit other reasons. So business actually don't have a problem to show the business phone number on online, but they do bother one thing, and that one thing is making money. They want from all the advertising have a positive ROI. They invest on print, they invest on Facebook, they invest on YouTube, they invest on Google Ads, they invest on website, and probably you can come up with 10 other marketing channels where they invest on. And each of those marketing channels has a dollar sign. And I remember when I had a local business, I paid for a yellow listing. I use a tracking number for it. Do you know I paid around $1,000? I forgot the exact number. It was around $1,000 a year. $1,000 a year was that. I was it. Yeah, it was a lot of money. But I kind of wanted to find out. You know, we didn't need a lot of phone calls to break even. So that was my thought. But you know what I did? I gave them a tracking number. And do you know how many calls we got from that yellow listing book? How listing for a year? How many calls did we get from that yellow listing in a year? And they were selling to me that I get at least one call a week. They were convinced because we were a category and we were unique, and they were looking for our service. Huh? So I can't. But you know, I of course I own the tracking call tracking number. So for me, it was already easy to put a tracking number. So I kind of was, I wouldn't say prepared, but I was educated to say, okay, let's track it. Now, in 12 months, we got 0 calls. 0. And I had an argument at the end. I said to that person, because I saved the salesperson, I said, I got 0 calls. And said, that's not possible. Yeah, I got a phone call tracking number. Huh? I got a phone call tracking and I had 0 calls on it. I can prove it to you. I didn't get my money back, but he got my point, huh? I got approved, but yeah, and I got his word. He guaranteed that I had 10 calls. But it was worth nothing. It was worth nothing. But I educated myself that Yellow Pages didn't work. So I didn't need to invest the next year. And that is what business is about. Business is about return on investment. You invest in certain things, you invest in marketing, and not all the marketing channels will have the same ROI. Google Ads has another ROI than Facebook, and certain niches will work better on Facebook than Google Ads. All those, if you have a social topic like weight loss, probably will work better on Facebook than on Google Ads. But many many will work good on Google Ads. So I always separated with different tracking numbers, and I showed the business how many calls they got from my marketing effort. And do you know what the result of that is? What is the result? What would if I had at least 10 calls? 10 calls from the Yellow Pages. You know what the result would have been? If I knew for sure I had 10 calls from the Yellow Pages, you know what I would have done? I would invest the next year again. I would pay another $1,000 because client, maybe it cost me $100, or I break even the first visit for the service, but the next visit is money to me. And maybe he has friends and family, so it was a spin-off. So it's a long-term value. I don't know if you know that term, long-term value. So as long as you have the proof that your marketing effort works, you will have a client. And if there's any miscommunication or struggle or friction, and you show a tracking record from calls, you very likely keep the client. You also can listen to the recordings. You, the business owner, the medical assistant, the employee, the operator, so that you can see how the calls are going. And actually, I did that. I was so I'm not sure if I told that already. There was no way we would not succeed. Determined to succeed. So I did everything. I had an unlimited energy. So I wanted to do everything good. So I listened to the calls for every employee sometimes. Not all the time because we got too many calls, but I got those calls and I listened to the and I was analyzing how that call went. So we had a medical lab like LabCorp and Quest, and the goal of that call was always to set an appointment. So I checked how the caller got greeted. I checked if the conversation went smooth. I checked how the call ended. So let's say you the call, you want the result in a date and time. You don't want to say we are even if you're open 24/7. It is better to say tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Do you know why? Because now the caller has put you on the agenda. You are you kind of have a commitment. And that's not all. So that's one point what we improved. And then the second point we improved was we also explained where we were located. So there were a couple of elements of the call we could train on the employees to do that call properly. And mainly, we use the replays to train them, to make them aware. And I don't have the slide up, but in 1 year, we were top number 3 of 150 franchisees, and in 3 years we were the top performing franchise. And then after 8 years, we became kind of too successful. We became too busy, and we sold the business. It was too much work. The waiting room was full. So why do I share this? Without call tracking, we would not have been so successful. Without call tracking, we would not be so convinced that Google Ads worked. Without call tracking, we wouldn't know, specific campaigns like we did DNA testing, we did STD testing, we did drug testing, which campaign worked the best. So we had all that knowledge, and it built up and built up and built up. And at a certain point, you have a healthy ROI. Call tracker will allow you to stop wasting money, like the yellow pages. That doesn't produce results by tracking source and ads work for that business. It is really fun. It is almost, I would say, the most fun of digital marketing is tracking results. I don't know. I show Arlene once in a while and others how I track conversions in the San Diego and so. And it is so fun to track things and see what is working and do A/B split testing and improve and come up with new ideas. It's kind of you have the feeling that you create something inventive. Knowing what works for you will optimize your marketing budget and bring in more sales. Yes, because if I only believed in Yellow Page because the salesperson was actually good, I have to give him that he convinced me pretty good. He said so, and it's this category, and he was really good. And if I only had believed on his word, I would be broken. If I had stopped advertising on Google Ads. Is that not incredible? That if I didn't know what worked, I would be broke. Our business would not have succeed. So that is the downside, I feel. When I explain to you, I almost get sad about it. But I was smarter at that time. I came from a corporate and I know what tracking means. So I set up things now on a pretty organized way. And you can do too. Finally, with the call tracking, you can separate work and personal phone numbers. Of course, you want to do that. Privacy first, kind of safety, privacy. It is your life. So we touch base a little bit on it. Actually, by now you should have this answer, Arlene, for sure. What is the one critical marketing element for local business? The one critical marketing element. What is essential for most businesses? The one thing that every business owner is excited about these days are phone calls. Why phone calls? So, Patty, when you call somebody, what is your intent? When you call somebody, what is your intent? What do you want to achieve? You want more information, but you have intent to spend money. You hope to find the answer to your question and make a deal, correct? You don't want to waste your time. It costs you time, correct, when you've placed the call. So phone calls have the highest level of buying intent. Bill, you said it 100% correct. Buy something. They have a buying intent, intent to purchase. So business owners love phone calls. Those are pre-qualified leads. Actually, those are almost the best leads you can have. There's no question about. A caller is interested in a product or service when they take the time to pick the phone and call a business. They probably did some homework, or they found you on Google, or they got you from a friend. They want to set an appointment. They want to call you in for a service, or they want a price, but they are ready. They almost have the credit card in the hand. Huh? So the business owners just need to able to answer the call. So business owners love calls. But people pick up the phone, they're really serious. They're not going to waste their time. They don't do that for fun. Who calls a business just for fun? Now, to be honest, I almost would say I hate calling. Actually, almost say, because you don't know who's answering the phone and what they say, and if you speak with the right person. So when I place a call, I'm serious. I'm kind of, please, please, please give me the answer I'm looking for, and then I buy the product or service. Set an appointment. People call when it's essential to them, not to waste time. It is a business favorite type of lead, a human that wants the product and takes the time to call. So that is phone calls are very important for local business. Phone calls are perceived as real value, not as a thing. No, they can put a dollar sign to it. You know, let's say they do $5,000 per day and they get 50 phone calls on a day. Every phone call average $100. That is how business think. Maybe not every phone call results in a sale, but most of them do. And actually, when you answer the phone call reasonable well, when you're friendly, when you greet them, when you explain your service, when you know the strength of your company, when you set an appointment, when you know their name, when you do that all in a friendly way and knowledgeable, you will the caller will set an appointment or buy the service. How the call get answered is very important. So we did some updates the last couple of months. I want to mention a couple, but there's one thing at the end is really new. So you get email alerts, text message alerts, call recording, custom greeting, ringtone selection, whisper message. Everybody knows what a whisper message is. A whisper message is when you receive the call, you get a quick message, a call from Google, call from YouTube, call from Jack, or call whoever. Multi-ring, that a call will ring multiple phones, and whoever has time pick up the phone. That's multi-ring. Voice messages, so that they can leave a voice message. And the beauty of a voice message is there's one thing beauty, and that is where I use it most for. That I don't answer the call, they leave a voice message, I listen to the voice message, but at the same time I send them a text message to thank them for the call. But there's one thing I put in a text message. One thing that is I want them to take action. There are actually two things, but I think about it two things. One thing is in the reply, so they call me, and now they call me, I'm entitled, I'm allowed to send them a text message back. So they took action, I applied to that action. Now, in that action, I thank you for the call, and in the thank you message, I put a link to my website. So now I got them from the call to visit my website. Is that not beautiful? Actually, when I'm busy, that is just what I want them to do, to go to the website and find the information. So that's one thing. Second thing is, when I send them a text message back with my information, I'm burned in the phone. I'm burned in the text message screen. Whenever they are ready or want to follow up, they might send me text message or they follow up. So I kind of almost, not 100%, but almost in a contact list. When you put your name and your website and maybe your address in a text message, now you're kind of in a contact list. So at any time when they need your service, want to speak with you, it's very easy to get a hold of you. And it's easy for you to handle text messages back and forward. That's easy. You can send it with credit card info. You can do all kind of things. Then you can easily blacklist spam callers. So if somebody to mark the call, you can easily blacklist them, so you never get from that call another call. And round robin, I don't speak too much about it, but you can if you are very good to generate leads. You're good in SEO, or your client can only handle a few clients. They cannot handle all the calls. So you can connect to one tracking number, multiple businesses. That's kind of round robin. So you make sure all the calls you generate, you get paid for. If one company cannot handle them or want to pay for them, you just split them up. So that's round robin. Instant connect. Now, it's also kind of new. Now, it's not new, but it's now is that somebody submit a form, and in the form there's one field where is the phone number, and now you can set up that if at the moment they send that form, you can decide if you want to speak with that form submitter. You get a text message with the info on the form, and you can decide, hey, do you want to speak with a form submitter? When do you want to do that? Is when they ask question about a car, a taxi, a limousine, flowers, whatever. Something but you don't want them to wait on. And the response time get perceived as the how shorter the response time is, how higher the perceived service is. So if you have a limousine service, if you have any urgency service, and you follow up quickly, that gets, wow, you guys provide good service. So you kind of have already that client, that caller in your pocket. You can do multiple county phone numbers, blacklist spam calls, call analytics graphs, and IVR is that you have press 1, press 2, press 3, connect to different departments, company online account that the company can log in, outbound dialer that you can use the call portal to call with the tracking number, so that there will be the call ID or with the mobile app, white label, and many more. So I know it's a lot of information, and whatever your level in digital marketing is today, either you're just starting and need a call tracking so you aren't required to show your private mobile number on the internet, or you need to track where your phone calls are coming from so you can optimize your marketing budget and stop wasting money. Either way, you need a call tracking numbers, at least one for yourself. But here's the thing. Yeah, there's one thing, but you might have to think about it. One thing. What is that? Here's an opportunity to start a new digital agency business at the highest level. The best way to impress prospects is to have your own software solutions. Position yourself as the ultimate authority in your digital agency niche and allow you to charge premium prices. I'm talking about full with white label rights on the call tracking app. And this is the new part. For the first time ever, we're offering full white label rights for the call tracking app for a crazy low deal. There's no go-getters or achievers wanting to take the digital agency to the next level. Literally adding your domain name, your name, your brand, your logo, and more to the white label call tracking application and position it as yours. Your customer will never see our name or branding or domain name or anything else from us. You will your own full branded call tracking business. Client pays directly to you. No expensive fees for programmers. No 1 year waiting to get software done. No managing developers. No headaches or overhead. Never, no server costs. Actually, that's a big deal. It's becoming more expensive. No hidden charges. No link back to us. Your customer will never know we exist. Best of all, my team handles all the support, upgrades, and new features. You can set up a client within 10 minutes and sit back and profit month after month. So, this is the moment you're waiting on. Let me give you a demo. Are you guys excited? Guys want to see the video from the mobile app? I don't know, or want to see the call portal backend? Let's see if I can turn this up. There's always a question. Okay, let's try it. Okay, I'm going to try it, okay? Let me try it, because the audio is always not 100%. My son created this, so I'm very proud of that video. He works now at Shure in Chicago. Anyway, so when you log in, Jack, can I use this on a rental site? Yes, you should do. Now, you guys want to go directly to the meet because it is new. I'm so excited. I can go to the settings. I will go to settings, but I can't wait to show you this. So you can order a white label domain here. That is not new. That existed, but now we have white label mobile app. White label mobile app, which is different than the call portal app. So it is kind of an orange color, and it has also another name. If you go to the App Store, it's Smart Call Track. It still has my name, but nobody knows my name. It doesn't have any web links to my website. The interface is different. Icon is different. They will not find my information. So now, if you share those links with your company or with or it comes with a white label, you can position as your app, your portal. And it took a long time to get this approved because this app kind of is similar to the call portal app. It's a small difference. We had to make it small differences, but basically it's the same. So it took a long time to get approved, actually by Apple. Google was not so hard, but Apple, we had a hard time to get approved. But now we have a new version, the white label apps. So now you have the call portal. You can order your own domain name and have your own mobile app. What is different than you just saw the video? It's the same functionality, but different. What do you guys think? I got that question so often in support to have also a white label app. What is different than the call portal app? So they would never figure out the website where you got it from. Now you can have it on your own website. You can even put those links on your website, on your marketing website. Good. Now let me go to the calls. Looks great. Do current portal customers have this availability? Yes. So it's part of the white label. Calls, tracking numbers. So I use it quite a bit. Nowadays I use it for every product most of the times. So you edit. So it's so simple. You see all those blocks? You just go setting of each block, and each block has a Google Doc and a short video. So I don't think we get one question per day how things work. It is all very intuitive. So you kind of enter your name and the source if you want. You can put your source where the phone number is put on. you can enter the forward number, which goes to your number, or you said, I only want to receive the calls in the app. You can do voice matches. None, yes, or yes for incoming calls, like to do voice, what I do. And then they hear an audio file, or you do voice text. There's the machine part, or you do the audio. And you can create a new audio. And you can email the voice message too. Then you can send the text message. You can set the voice message to text, which is what I do, because I don't read many emails. I don't like it, but I read text messages. Send text to caller. So I miss a call, we get back to you. In the meantime, visit the website. You guys see this? This works. Thanks for calling. We will get back to you soon. But in the meantime, visit Jack Hopman. Text message alerts. Do not send no text message, but you can. Tracking number can also receive text messages. Enable text messages. Okay. I want them to use the app. Otherwise, I get a lot of text in my phone. Call ringtone. You can change call ringtone. Call recording. You guys see how easy it is. And if you have any doubts, you just go to Google Doc and they go step by step what each setting is. And the beauty of this system is that if everything changes, we can just update those Google Doc, and it's always the latest version. Whisper message, what you hear when you hear the caller name, look up. So that is kind of new. That if you don't know the name of the caller, it will try to look up the caller name. So if you call back, you have the name. And you only need to do it once. If they call 10 times, you only have to look at once because you already have the name. Call ID, caller phone number, tracking number, what you want to see, call forwarding, so that you can forward the call after X amount of seconds to another number if you are busy. Those are the IVR settings. You can say press 1, select 1, and select 2 and select 3. You see all those things. I don't have that kind of setup, but you can. Call ID, call for IVR, email alerts. You guys see how simple it is? You don't need any Twilio account or whatever. You don't need anything of that. And that's basically it. Everything else, it has invoicing, and we spoke about Instant Connect, that you can convert emails to calls. It has an invoicing module that you can get paid for your leads. It generates reports. If you do Google Ads, keyword analyzer, the white label, Skype support, and it is the mobile app. And then you have those companies. You can set it for companies. And then that's what I have done. And then company name and phone number. And you can give them online access. You can have companies give them online access. And this is called CD. But if you white label domain, it will show your white label domain. What do you guys think? So that is actually my first digital marketing product. In 2011, I created this, so more than 10 years. Actually, it's now 12 years. It's amazing. I do not have any email about I don't like the system, or I don't understand the interface, or admit a feature. Because now maybe sometimes I have missed a feature, but I always add that if somebody say it doesn't have this, we will always add it. It has 2 dedicated programmers on it, so it always gets updated. And yeah, code change all the time, Twilio change all the time, Google change all the time, the PHP change all the time, hacking, all those things, it always needs to get updated. Good. So I will run a weekend promotion for the white label version, so you get it at a special deal. If I didn't answer your question, feel free to send me a support ticket at support@jackhopman.com. And I want to thank you. If you watch this video on YouTube and you like today's training, please like the video and leave a comment. so that other marketers also can enjoy this training. And with that said, I look forward to the next week training. Thank you so much.